How many bottles are you selling per day right now? Can you disclose that, or like how much revenue have you made?
We have been hitting 3 million sales so far.
Just selling
But of
bottles.
course, we built paid ads from Facebook ads during MCO period. And at time, the price is still okay.
Okay.
But right now, it's like insane lah.
Xian, thanks again for joining me in this session. The person themselves always do the best introduction, right? So maybe I'll let you introduce yourself and what your company does.
Hi, my name is Yi Xian, and I'm the founder of Over. We are an e-commerce company where we sell sports products. Now, one of our popular product is oversized bottle. We have 2.2 liter, 1.5 liter as well. The target audience that we are aiming is more towards sports, where they require a lot of water to stay hydrated and also recover their muscle. And also we do have other versions like flask as well, where you can store hot water. If you think 2.2 liter is still not that much for you, you also can try out our 3.78 liter portable Tangki. We call it Tangki because it's so huge, right? So that's one of our new product.
What made you get started in this industry? I mean, like, what made you start selling bottles?
I'm really thinking of finding passive income, and I realized that e-commerce is a big thing in US. And then I've been thinking about drop shipping as well. The thing about drop shipping is like I can't really relate to the product itself because it's always not with me. It's gonna be in the 3PL company. It's out of my control. 2018, which is around my first year of uni, I tried to release a brand where it sell portable straw. Yeah, that is foldable into a small pocket. Building a website is very easy. You just use Shopify or whatever platform there is, like WooCommerce or Easy Store. At that time, there's no secure payment gateway. They have to pay with credit card or PayPal. Malaysians don't really like to pay with credit card. I didn't get any sales, but that's a learning process for me at that time. And then moving forward to during MCO, I went to Australia for an exchange period for study. And then I saw this bottle is very nice. I use that bottle after that. It's like I drink every day. I know I drink at least 2 liters as well. Constantly remind myself to stay hydrated. Yeah, that's how I realized, hey, this product is very good. And I wanted to buy in Malaysia, but I couldn't find it. Since it's so beneficial for me, like I think people in Malaysia should also like it because it's like a useful product for day-to-day people. I try to source the product, R&D, and then I bring it to Malaysia to make it more durable in terms of the product quality. It's very difficult. So you have to negotiate with the manufacturer and then discuss how we can build a mold with like the most minimum cost with them because I don't have much capital as well when I started. So, but of course that time I don't want to just sell water bottle, right? So I want to create a brand that resonate with Malaysians as well because I really want this brand to grow in Malaysia instead of just selling a product. I do a lot of sports. What kind of sports brand I support? It's actually Nike or Under Armour, but there's no actual local sport brand that I can resonate with. So I realized that missed gap in this Malaysian market, and I want to capture that. It's a very fortunate scenario where I can actually do something that I have passion as well.
Basically, you feel a problem where people who are active in sports do not have good-looking bottle to carry along with them when they go for their activities. How do you get your first few customers?
I go through a marketplace like Shopee, and also I start through Shopify, and then from there we build paid ads from Facebook ads during MCO period. And at time, the price is still okay. But right now it's like insane lah. Back at that time, the cost per play, cost per purchase is very, very low. That's how I actually generate some of the customers from there. And then to retain them, I do a trick where every orders I handwritten the notes about like what we do, what we does, why we sell this product. But it's handwritten, so customer can feel our genuine as well. So that's how I actually captured the first few customers.
I'm sure there are other competitors also in the market, right? Like, I mean, I do not know about the bottle industry, but I do see like Montego in the supermarket and all that, right? When you run ads, right, what do you think made customers choose your product over the other sort of like flasks or bottles out there?
At that time when I started, I already realized a problem where this product is not available in Malaysia. They call it a white space. where there's not much competitors. That doesn't require us to pump a lot of ads. But after that, it's like obviously you will see people coming in here and there. That's how we continue to innovate and improve our design, improve our product quality as well. That's until now, this point, I can say other competitors in Malaysia with the similar design, our product is way more better quality because our product material is different. So others is using this PETG. Ours is using the PP material, which is same material as Tupperware. So it's very durable and also very easy to recycle. So if you recycle it, it will become the broom down there, the thing, and also the dust.
How many bottles are you selling per day right now? Can you disclose that, or like how much revenue have you made?
We have been hitting 3 million sales so far until this point.
Just selling bottles?
Of course, the first year for us, yeah, we have new other product as well, like flask that I've mentioned as well. Yeah, so but I would say our price point also very affordable. So people are more appreciate that point and also understand that our product quality is way better than others. So customers really happy with our product and value. So that's how we continue to strive, and hopefully we can release more product in the future as well.
So you mentioned that you use paid ads to start getting your first few customers, and then I'm sure some of the customers who are happy, they end up buying more or referring their friends as well, right? So I'm sure you've tried a few marketing strategies, a few marketing tactics along the way as you build your company, right? What would you say is your best growth marketing strategy?
In terms of paid ads, I would say we always build a story behind it. Let's say we're doing these paid ads for core audience. It's the first time they know about us. So when they click through the ads, it's actually discussed about why you should get this bottle. Then let's say they didn't purchase, then we move forward to another stage where we hit the warm audience. We talk about the durability. What's the concern about the customers about this product, right? Maybe product quality, maybe product price, maybe it's the shipping time. We don't know. Tackle every angle from it. So from product quality, we have a landing page for that. So when you click the ads about durability, it's always landing to product quality landing page. So we always have these ads where we talk about, this bottle, this one-time use bottle, maybe you pay 3 ringgit plus for 1 liter, right? But this bottle, 2.2 liter, you spend actually 8 cents.
I saw that ad.
For this bottle. But and people are like, why? Then you click into landing page and you click into it, then we'll describe, actually, we divide it into 2 years and then you actually use it every day. I mean, you're literally using this bottle every day compared to you buy a shirt, right? So you buy a shirt, maybe you wear once a week, but you can spend a shirt on like something like 70 ringgit. It's okay for you, but you don't willing to spend a bottle for 70 ringgit, which is you're using it every day. So that's what the tackle point when it comes to product price. Yeah. So I always angle with like why customer don't buy. And then from there we create a landing page for each. Because I really trust this product. So whenever a customer asks any weird question from here to there, I always can have a great answer to tackle back. I don't know, it's me or it's the product itself.
I think one thing you did right is to understand what customers' objections are and what they're thinking, and then attaching that back to your products. I think that's something that really works in marketing. I mean, a lot of people, what they do is they build products and then they find a customer pain points from it, right? And that's like the opposite way to do it, right? They should find the customer's pain points first and then look for the product that solves it, right? And I think what you did here is you solve your own problem, your own pain, right? I'm really curious when you say you run a lot of paid ads, you have this funnel where you show an ad to the core audience first and then funnel them towards a warm ad and all that, right? All that process, right? Are you still profitable with a bottle purchase from a customer?
Yes, definitely, because if not, then it's hard for us to survive. And I would say 80% we're still doing paid ads to generate acquire new customers. We always want to do organic reach, which is hard unless you are a big influencer or what. We're still learning, but eventually we want to hit organic customer coming in. But for paid ads, we have to be profitable because we are not funded by any investors or big investor or VC. I think most of the people who do ads, they will know there's a core audience, warm audience, and hot audience, right? So when hitting the core audience, this is where we spend a lot, but we don't see a lot of ROI. But through the warm audience and hot audience is where we actually generate most of the revenue coming in. So from there, we understand that warm audience and hot audience, the number is always not that much. So when we target, we won't spend a lot of spending on that particular ads, because we know that if you spend a lot, the same people will see it every day. So we have a like very small budget for that, but we pump a lot on cold audience because we want to get more new customers to know us first. That's where we spend a lot.
That's good to hear. So your cold ads, right? The ads that you show to cold audiences, do you get them to buy immediately, or you just introduce the product to them?
We have CTA as well, like click through the product page to learn more or shop now, something like that. But from the data itself, we understand that it doesn't really generate the purchase right away. It have to be a few ads here and there, then see already, okay, understand already. It's either when they realize, hey, they need a bottle, then they think of us, or they just something that triggers them to buy then.
How long does that take normally? Do you know, like how many days or how many weeks?
Average wise, it's about 1 to 2 weeks lah. Yeah, from there we can see a result from our warm audience.
I think I see over bottles everywhere, wherever I go, gyms, everywhere lah. Even I go to the office, I see some people with the over bottles and all that. Yeah, so I think you're doing a really good job lah. So you mentioned 80% is from paid advertising, right? What's the other 20%?
We were doing these organic reach, and then also we have pop-up booth as well. That actually generate quite a portion of our revenue right now. I mean, I ask people about what they do in their e-commerce space. There are a lot of people actually moving to offline, which is
interesting.
For e-commerce, it's like we always want to do online, right? But why we want to go for offline? But they realize that the people's spending habit is changed back to offline already. So that's why you can see a lot of e-commerce brands, actually they're all fully online, but now actually they are having stores here and there to generate more revenue, because they understand online the ads is rising.
And I think the customer experience also has limitations. Like you cannot touch a product, you cannot feel a product, and with the lockdown, right, with the lockdown, people want to come out and experience and feel things again. So I would say maybe even for e-commerce businesses, we need to have an omni-channel approach right now. We can't just stay online anymore.
That's why we have like kiosks, pop-up booth here and there to really get the customer to experience our product.
Where is this pop-up booth normally?
We have on and off at Sunway Uni, and then we have a permanent one is at the Baby Fit gym,
Okay.
And also we have a store where we sell local products.
Okay.
It's called Karya at the MGB Mall nearby Lalaport.
Okay.
But we eventually want to venture into more places like this, so people can really go and touch first or feel already, and then if they think the physical is more expensive, then they go for like our offline, because offline is online. Online is more cheaper than offline.
There's a lot of deals going on your online site and all that, right? Platform wise, I mean, like you run ads on Facebook, I assume, right? So platform wise, any learnings or lessons on that one? Like what's the most effective platforms for you? Facebook, Instagram, TikTok?
Right now it's still definitely Meta. Google is also part of it, but we want to do TikTok. We tried TikTok before, but I would say the algorithm for getting you to read the content is good, but to generate revenue from there is not that mature yet. So we don't really see a lot of ROI from there. I'm not sure whether is it the customer behavior in TikTok or their algorithm is not there yet. But right now we are doing more organic in TikTok because TikTok is more easier to get viral through organic actually.
So you create content on TikTok?
Yeah, correct. Few brands already mentioned that a lot of people in TikTok is Malay, so try our best to do Malay content as well. Malay language live as well, TikTok live.
And your content and advertising team is in-house, or do you outsource it to an agency outside?
We do both. So in-house is we want to train our team also to understand how we capture customers. And of course, the easier way, better way right now for us is also outsourced from third party, where they can generate good quality content, because they also have experience through other brands, so they know what customers want to see. So that's the experience where they can come in and help us. Yeah. So I would say both lah. We don't want to too heavy on each side, because of course in-house is good, but make sure your team is there lah. But I would say our team is still undergo training. They are improving, but to carry the whole content, it will take some time.
So what's next for Over? I mean, I know you're trying to turn it into a lifestyle brand, right? With lifestyle wear and sportwear lah, basically, right? Sportwear, socks and all that, right? So, but what's next in terms of marketing for you? Are you still going to continue scaling with ads, or are you going to start putting some effort into partnering up with other brands and all that kind of strategies?
I would say the primary thing is still our product. Need to be diversified in terms of not just bottle, but more high quality product with affordable price point as well. So this is where actually one of my friends that told me as well, we should always focus on R&D our product to make sure the product is good quality. As long as we done that, right, we just need a minimum amount of marketing that required to really grow our sales. Right. Yeah. So at the end of the day, the word of mouth is way better than you pay ads to understand your brand. That's the approach that we want to do.
So when you talk about word of mouth, right, there's always a debate like, you know, in the marketing industry. So like paid ads, it's sort of like predictable, right? But word of mouth, not so predictable. So that's sort of like some people's takes is like, oh, you know, word of mouth is good, but then it's not predictable. You don't know when's your next sale gonna come in. You know, so that's the only thing about word of mouth. But I'm with you. I think word of mouth is better definitely than paid ads.
True.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been using Over, right? And then that's a sign already. And then you also will mention. You also talk about like, even my office people also use Over. Then you create like what is this brand about?
Effect, right?
And as long as all I hear is positive feedback, then that's a good sign of the word of mouth is working. But if let's say something is wrong as well, it's also very good for us to know, because they understand they are a friend of mine. So they will be very honest with me. So I also will always take the feedback from them and continue improve the product itself. Yeah.
Did you ever see yourself becoming someone who sells $1 million worth of bottle?
No. Actually, a lot of people ask like, why you want to start over a bottle brand? Because like, how often, you know, people buy your product? There's no much of recurring income from there.
Yeah.
And then I understand that situation, it will arise eventually. Or that's why we start to release more product. And also we realize that once people buy our product, they realize it's very beneficial for themselves. They will buy for their gifting for their friends as well, friends or family. Yeah. So that's where we see a lot of bundle deals that it really triggers people to buy as well. So we need to understand the customer behavior. And from there, we can capture more AOV, better AOV as well, average per order.
Yeah, so I think it comes back to like understanding your customers and creating a really, really good product. How do you feel about seeing your products everywhere when you go out?
It's good lah, definitely good to know. But at the end of the day, the vision that I want to portray in terms of this brand is really to support our local athletes.
Okay.
So it's not just buying our product, but if they also know what's the value inside when you purchase this product, right? That's the thing that really triggers me to be very happy to see that if they know what's the real meaning behind it, right? Because they don't have much support through government, especially those sports that are not being recognized from the government, right? So we have been supporting a lot of under stage category B, I would say, in terms of the government's stage. They set it as stage A. They got category A and category B. Then category A is like those badminton, football, all those very big. It's already a very big in Malaysia.
What about tennis?
But other sports like tennis, I'm not sure. But I know that that's not popular one. There's a lot, and actually they are doing quite well, but they just didn't get supported by government. There's a lot like underwater hockey, where you play hockey underwater. It's very, very interesting. And then we have dodgeball as well. Dodgeball is like we are the number one in terms of the whole world. So that's also not really supported by government. And then let me think. Dragon Ball, we have fencing, we have a lot jiu-jitsu. That's what I can think of right now. But actually there's a lot like ice hockey also. Ice hockey. Yeah. This all these kind of sports always look forward, like approach us like, hey, can I look for funding for, because I want you to go to overseas to compete, right? You want to
Yeah.
get more experience through overseas,
Mm.
and then go through overseas, you have to have like flight tickets or here and there. Is actually spending for each family, each players also spend around 10K and above to just go overseas and compete. So all this is very heavy for them. And also
Okay.
we can't sponsor everyone because we don't have that so much profit at the moment.
Yes.
So
Yet.
that's the hard truth. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
hopefully. Yeah. That's a hard
Okay.
truth. So eventually we want to become a platform
Mm.
where like when very talented sports people approach us, they want to go compete to international, we can really sponsor them to go and compete
Right.
and
Right.
bring something into something back to Malaysia lah.
Mm.
Especially we noticed that there's no gold medal until now yet for Malaysia in terms of getting a gold in Olympic. So that's a statement that we can really want to break through lah. Yeah.
I see. I see. So yeah, I think that's a good way to run a business because you're not just selling products. You're also building a course, and I think that adds up to a lot as well.
Mm,
I have one last question for you before I take too much of your
mm,
time. Right? What would you say was your
mm.
biggest mistake as you build up over?
Too much distractions. Yeah, too much distractions in terms of when you see, let's say your competitors is doing something or your friend's company is doing something, like they are different company, got their different stage in
Mm.
terms of their current growth, right? So when you are small, you look for like higher brands to like, oh, hey, they are doing this, should we do that? And then they are doing this, should we do that? Actually, we should be focused on what we are doing right now. Whatever you think that is improving the sales, improving the customers, then we should focus on that lah. Because sometimes I get distracted, like, oh, they are doing this, okay, I should do this. Then I leave whatever I'm doing right now and focus on that. Then
Right.
it creates like
Running all
the
directions.
it might helps, but
Uh-huh.
sometimes you just too distracted, and then at the end of the day you're just like, oh shit, what am I handling right now? That's like too messy lah. So I think just focus on whatever drives your company grow first, and then eventually when your team is big, then you can delegate that task to people, and then you can have more time to look into other people competitors or something like that to grow your business. Yeah. But when you are small, just try to focus on one thing, which is product quality. Yeah, I would say so.